Today's airgunning video is brought to you from the studio of Papa T Adventures. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, family. Welcome back to Papa T Adventures. We're out with the M4-177. Got a can of Crosman hollow points. We got the first mag loaded up. We're gonna take our first shots, give our first thoughts, go ahead and get this sighted in. So sit that down next to us. Sit here on our bucket. According to the directions. It says, so the other thing I've done is I moved the rear sight. It was all the way to the right. I more or less centered it. The directions say to sight it in at 20 yards, so I don't know where we hit, but it wasn't on that 5-1. Index to the next shot. There we go. Is a manual safety. I hit something that time. Looks like top right. Alright. So my wind flag got in my way there. Oh, one more. There we go. Here's another gusty day. It's not too cold if it weren't for the gusts. Let this wind die down before we take that shot at the 5-1. Yeah, looks like we're hitting a little to the right still. So take our tool. We'll go this way. Just bring it left. We get it rough-sided. Well, the plastic tool does not like that slot. It's alright. Papa's got a tool for the job still. Just use this. See how that does? I'll show you guys loading the magazine. After we finish this one. Alright, another let the wind die down. They're doing some demolition next door. So it might be a little noisy for y'all. Alright. Yeah, we're still a little right. There we go. One shot left on this mag. Then we'll go through that reloading process for y'all. So it does talk about holding up here for the pumping. We'll try that with the next one. Well done, miss that time. Alright, so the magazine goes in. This is the front, the back. It says to load them in from the back. This is a very deep magazine. So these pellets only go in about halfway when you load them. So you could load some pretty long ones if you wanted to. I hope y'all can hear me over that noise. What you do, load from the back. So head first. Once you're in there, you just slide to the first slot. Alright, so the way it says to pump is just like this. I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit easier. Helps keep from twisting. It's a little less natural of a hold. Well, I think we hit. Alright, I think we hit the center one. Just barely. Let's go ahead and move to paper. We're going to use that bottom left bowl. If you had a sight here, this would not work very well. 3, 4. Alright, now I'm going to have to take walks. We'll do pumpings as we do that. Alright, I was aiming here. And I think I hit way up there. So it looks like we're very high and left. Still. Alright, that's alright. Let us show. Adjusting the sight. Now I gotta remember which way to turn. Pretty sure this is down. Guess we're about to find out. Aim at our 5-in-1 again. We're definitely on it now. One thing I already know. So we're gonna want more magazines. Alright, back to that bottom left target. Safety on. Index to that last shot. And guys, still I'm not actually sure where we're hitting on here. story from the 5-1 and the story from this target are different. Alright, let's try at 10 meters. See what we get here. Alright, at 10 meters, I'm still hitting an inch high. But my windage looks like it's about dead on now. So we got to come way down. Way down. It's just a little different than the normal style. So this front side adjusting means that you want that front post to come up in order to bring your shots down, as opposed to when you adjust rear sights, you move the direction, you adjust the direction you want the shots to go. Right. Load up this magazine again. Another 5 shots. .45 ain't too bad, but that breeze is something. I'm probably gonna shoot this at 10 meters again. Just so we can verify whether or not I've been turning this the right way. I think I was, but I don't remember. All right. A little bit of creep to that trigger. Nope, we went the wrong way. So I've been adjusting the wrong way the whole time. Been raising it up. All right, safety on. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I'm going to hope for, we'll see what I got. I'm going to hope for about an inch low is what we want here. And I think it'll be good when we move back. Oh, helps if you take the safety off. It's a lot of play in the trigger with the safety on. There we go. Well, we went even higher. sight came down, which would make the shot go higher. Interesting. 3, 4. Alright, we'll see where we are there. But we just raised it 3.5 inches for that last one. After this clip, we don't have it sighted in. We'll go ahead and take a break. Or at least we'll pause the video. Stop for today, kind of thing. And we'll alright, well, we came down some. That was 4 turns, brought us down 1, 2, 3 inches. I guess that was really 4 half turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I misread my shots and we actually moved the right way before. I don't know, we'll see. I gave it 5 turns. Look at that part. No, we'll clean up afterwards. I think I pumped this. I guess we're about to find out. I don't know. Perfect, that's 1 inch under. Alright, let's go ahead and back it up. I think we might be a little more on paper now, family. There we go. I think it seems like such a small peephole. So the options are small peephole or larger peephole. But that small one even seems pretty large. Oh, Papa. I think we still hit way up here, which is crazy that we are shooting that high with 5 pumps and 25 yards or 20 yards. All right. We're going to go ahead and stop here. I'll see you guys at the table where we'll give our thoughts on the gun. We'll look at the weight, the length. I just realized I never did adjust this for my actual. That is way more comfortable. And everything lines up way better now. So it does have an adjustable buttstock for different heights. And I knew what mine was, but I didn't have it set there. I had it all the way in, like a dummy. Alright, so now we're here at the table. Got to see the first shots. And after we cut from the original shooting time, continued to sight in, of course. Made a group. Maybe I'll post that up here. A little 4-shot group on the paper. Grouped fairly well. It was about 1 inch maybe Part of that was probably me, because the fourth one was down here, but the other three are together. I didn't bring that paper with me to the table. Sorry about that. Again, we were just shooting Crosman Premier hollow points. These are the USA ones, not the Spanish ones, for those who are wondering. Some other things. We'll start here. So before I said directions were English, French, and German. We'll come to find out it's English, French, and Danish. On the back of the English is Spanish. On the back of the French is German. And on the back of the Danish is Italian. So the directions were more complete than I thought. Did weigh the gun. Put a picture up, probably, maybe, possibly. But 3 pounds, 9.4 ounces for the gun. It's in configuration like you see it right now. It is 34 7/8 of an inch long, and the length of pole, so from the trigger to shoulder to the end of the buttstock here, was approximately 13.25 inches. For the spot where it sits best for me for shooting, ends up with about 11.25 inches for length of pole, and 32 7/8 of an inch. Sorry, there's the full length. I didn't think it looked quite long enough. Right there is about the comfortable spot for Papa. And again, that's 32 7/8 of an inch long that way, 11 1/4 inches for the length of pole. And then fully in like this. Well, that gives us a 30.5 inch long gun with a 10-inch length of pole. Again, length of pole I'm calling from the trigger to here. If that's wrong, somebody can correct me, and I'm sorry. The gun is about 7 1/4 inches high, 9 1/4 inches high once you add in the sight and install the sight. Again, it's a 3 to 10 pump gun. Pumping is here. The recommended Crosman says to grab here. If you've got any sight here, though, that's not going to work very well. You could grab back here, I suppose. Still get it, just making sure that you don't rack it left or right as you pull it, so that you don't break anything, because again, it is all ABS plastic with the exception of the barrel itself, the bolt, and the breech. Those are metal, but the rest of it is all ABS plastic for the outside. Nice molding. Is made in China, so I found the serial number under here. It ends with 23, so I'm fairly certain that this gun was made in 23. I am very certain that this is before the Daisy buyout, because again, it says Bloomfield, New York, but it also talks about Velocity, and Velocity Outdoors is no longer the owner of Crosman, as it has moved. I forget the name of the new owners now, but so this is a pre-merger gun, still made in China. You guys got to see it did pretty good. M4 sure an eye catcher, a lot of fun. The sights aren't bad. Again, this is a dual peep, so that's a larger peep, and then the one we used for shooting today is that smaller peep. The thing I wasn't sure about while we were doing this, so this front sight with the tool that's in the storage case. I also put the magazine in here. Unfortunately, I can't pull that magazine back out without my pliers, and I don't have my pliers on me right now, my multi-tool. This is a sight adjustment tool. You guys watched as it broke the plastic here, so I can't use it here anymore for adjusting, but I think our windage is pretty close. It goes down, it's got a little hex. It goes down on here, so clockwise, raises the side up. Let me double check, I'm not getting this backwards. Adjusting. Yep, clockwise raises this side up. Counterclockwise puts this sight down. Again, for front sight, for those who don't know, it is opposite of your rear sight. So if you raise this up, you are going to shoot lower. If you lower this, you will shoot higher. So backwards, you go the opposite direction of what you want your point of aim to be, or your point of impact to be. Whatever direction you need to go the opposite way, which is the opposite of rear sights. Rear sights, you adjust left or right if you need to go left or right, and you adjust up or down if you need to go up or down, respectively. Anyway, family, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this First Shots, First Thoughts. Plenty more to look at as we look at the Crosman M4-177. Anyway, take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Papa T Adventures.